Welcome to this edition of Labor Vision. I'm Bob Delaney, Executive Director of the Institute for Labor Studies and Research. Labor Vision, a production of the Institute, focuses on topics of importance to working Rhode Islanders. We hope you enjoy this edition.
Hello and welcome to Labor Vision, the at-home and on-location edition. Today, your hosts, Erica Hammond and Autumn Gillette. Thank you so much for joining us, gentlemen, from Teamsters 251. We have Matthew Maney, Robert Medeiros, and Charles Reed joining us from the picket line right now down at Johnson & Brothers of RI. And we're going to cover exactly what's going on down there in this segment. So thank you so much for joining us and being able to join how you are today.
Thank you for having us, Erica.
All right. We're just going to jump right in. And Autumn, do you want to start?
Sure. So I think we should start with a little bit of background. So could you speak to what is Johnson Brothers of Rhode Island and what are some of the jobs that employees are doing there?
Sure. Johnson Brothers of Rhode Island is a Gallo distributor who distributes only Gallo products. Gallo products include Carlo Rossi, Ecco Domani, your High Noons, seltzer, your Barefoot wine. Those are Gallo products. There is a list of Gallo products that we'll be putting up on the locals website for you to see, but that's what they do here. They go out and deliver solely Gallo products to liquor stores and on-premise meaning restaurants, bars.
Okay. And how did organizing in this company begin and when?
Organizing in this company began in September of 2020 during the pandemic. There were some serious safety issues regarding the pandemic that led the Johnson Brothers workers to our front door.
Okay.
From there, we organized. We had a very strong vote. It was completely unanimous within the rank and file. And then we began contract talks shortly in the month of January of 2021. And we've been going at it since.
Okay, so you've been going through negotiations now since, when did you guys start negotiations?
We started negotiations, I want to say, in the month of October of 2020.
Okay.
Then during COVID, it spiked in December and January. We really couldn't get back to the table until January.
Okay.
So what are some of the major issues that need to be addressed in this contract?
The main issues are primarily wages, as we often see in union contracts, but these wages are particularly egregious. Most workers here make $15 an hour. There is no pension system or a 401k match. The healthcare is another major issue. These workers are paying a $20,000 out-of-pocket cost for healthcare, which is unobtainable when you make $15 an hour. So oftentimes, a lot of these workers will end up going through state subsidies, and it's basically the Walmart template, which we see here. They come in, they get hired, the company turns them over to the state assistance, and then from there they go through the state assistance program, which ultimately means it's corporate welfare, and the taxpayers of Rhode Island are paying that bill.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So are there other issues of overtime, pensions? What's the situation there?
Overtime is currently the state law, which was 40 hours or more. Union contracts in this industry typically see overtime after 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
There was some wage theft issues here where they were not paying overtime after 40, and we had to chase them for that to correct that. But the current proposal is overtime after 8, which is common at Syntrex and McLaughlin Moran CBAs that we currently have.
Right.
And is there not a pension system in place?
There is no pension in place. They offer a 401k, but the 401k has no match. And as you're well aware, when you're making poverty wages, it's almost unaffordable to put money into a 401k. And then on top of it, you're not even getting any kind of match from the company. So we have proposed Teamster pension here. And Teamster pension is a fundamental fight for the Teamsters, which is, if a worker makes $10 an hour, then the company puts in another $5 on top of their hourly rate into our pension system. And then from there, after years of service, they would receive a set amount for their years paid in. We believe in that, and that's a big fight.
And then I'm just also wondering, like, what's the experience for our drivers on the trucks? Like, how many cases are they moving? Is it just them alone driving and delivering? What's that like?
So the typical day here is anywhere between 10 and 14 hours a day. Brother Charles Reed here will deliver anywhere between 550 and 750 cases, which comes out to about 50,000 pounds worth of product by hand himself. He will deliver to bars, restaurants, liquor stores, and he will drive anywhere between 100 and 120 miles in the course of a day doing that. So the days are very long. The work is very backbreaking and very dangerous. And why do I say it's dangerous? Well, when you're going into a bar or a restaurant where you have to go down these, 1600, 1600, where they designed the bar, and you're going into these basements, well, you're going to carry this stuff down by hand, and it's a lot of weight and it's backbreaking work.
Is that normal to be having so many cases to move on one truck alone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not under our standard. Our standard and within the Teamster Union is 175 cases or more on a truck. We double up at McLaughlin and Syntrex. Go by that because they're non-union and they're fighting to get that. That's currently the situation. That was the number one reason why they called us. Most of our trucks, when you see M&M trucks or Syntrex, will have 2 people on the truck. Because of that, it's written into the contract, where these guys don't have that language, and they're often left out to dry, and they're out alone, and it's very dangerous, and you can get hurt. And there's a lot of injuries: broken feet, broken hands, broken backs. We can go down the whole list.
Right. And Charles, I just want to give you a minute too. Can you speak a little bit on what it's like working on a truck alone by yourself, when you understand that other union companies in the industry, the standard practice is if there's 175 cases or more on the truck, it's 2 guys that are going to be, or 2 individuals who are going to be on that truck. What is it like for you, someone who may have between 550 to 700 cases on a truck, doing it by yourself?
It's very strenuous, especially when you got to go upstairs, downstairs, stack stuff. You have to check all the cases. You have to unload all the cases by hand, going down ramps, going up ramps. It gets tiresome, and when you do it by yourself, it's very hard compared to having a helper who shares the load of the work.
Right. Have you seen an increase in injuries since this caseloads have been increased as well?
Well, personally, yeah, you can feel it in your back, in your shoulders, your legs. You can definitely feel the pain when it comes to the amount of work that we do.
Right. Absolutely. Now, how has the company responded to negotiations?
The company has basically taken the position since the month of February of this year that they were no longer going to bargain in good faith. And from there, we have tried to work it out with them, but effectively they have walked away from the table, and they have no intentions of signing a contract or coming back to the table to try to reach resolution, conflict resolution with these workers to get them back to work. Currently, what they're engaging in is they're bringing in scab labor. Scab labor is from West Virginia and Georgia, and they're paying more to these scabs than they were paying their original crew. They're giving them per diem. They're giving them housing. So, you can obviously understand that costs a lot more than it would to have Brother Charles in the seat of the truck doing his job 5 days a week. So That's where we are with it. We get the feeling that this company has no intention of signing a contract or negotiating in good faith.
Right. So and I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, they've not only been dragging out these negotiations by doing this, but they've increased workloads. They've offered a measly what is it, 5-cent increase to wages. That was their big give. And then also rejecting improvements to healthcare coverage and retirement security. So refusing basically to offer these things or even make the health insurance coverage even a bit affordable, right? For better health coverage.
Right.
Okay. And
Right.
when did this strike begin?
6 weeks ago to the day, May 24th, I
26th.
believe we walked up. 26th,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It's been a long 6 weeks. We've been out here cooking and we've been out here fighting, chasing trucks. We call it chasing ambulatory picketing. We've been hitting stores, trying to get people to sign resolution with us that they won't take product. We've had some success with that, but it's a very grueling fight in the heat and in the summer. And obviously, you know, with a work stoppage, you're dealing with economic struggles of the workers, and the workers have band together. This is a very strong unit. Probably one of the best units I've ever seen in my 30 years plus as a Teamster. They stick together. They watch each other's backs. They take care of each other. So it's real solidarity. And I encourage anybody who wants to see real solidarity, come down here and take a look at these men, because this is real solidarity in the making, and it'll make you feel good. It'll recharge your union battery.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, like, what are liquor stores doing to support this strike?
Well, some liquor stores are very supportive. I use Marty's in Warwick, who signed a resolution and said he would not take any Johnson Brothers deliveries. He was very cooperative. Jordan's Liquors in East Providence was the same deal. They signed on. So the smaller stores sign on, and they're willing to help because they understand the struggle of these guys and how important these guys are to their business. Because when these guys show up, they go the extra mile, they go put stuff away, they'll rotate the stock for them, they help them out to keep them in business. The biggest stores, your Douglas Wine and Spirits, please do not shop there. Whatever you do, don't go there. They're anti-union. They do not want to cooperate. They're very confrontational. We've showed up to leaflet. We've been told that union people are scum by Douglas Wine and Spirits. So if you're a union member, whether you're a Teamster or you're a laborer or a pipe fitter, don't go to Douglas Wine and Spirits, and let them know why you're not going there, because they're not friendly to union people.
Absolutely. And what we'll have to do is we'll have to share that list. When we share this segment, we'll share with our viewers also that list, the list of supportive stores who are actually doing what they can to support these workers and labor. And then we'll also share the list of the not union friendly or not labor friendly or worker friendly stores who are just continuing to accept scab deliveries.
We thank you for that.
Now, what else can viewers do aside from what you just mentioned about making sure they're supporting the stores that are doing the right thing and rejecting these scab deliveries? What else can viewers do to support these workers?
So we have strike fund benefits. You can donate money specifically to the picketers out here. You can make those checks payable to Teamsters Local 251 strike and drop off money at the local and donate. You can also, if you don't want to give money, we'll take food, we'll take goods, anything you want to donate that helps out people stay alive and keep eating and stay healthy through this whole process. So feel free to call the Union Hall at 434-0454, extension 222. That's our office, and tell them you'd like to make a donation. They'll tell you what you can bring and what you can't. Obviously, we're not going to take anything that's perishable, but anything non-perishable, we're going to take, or money that you want to donate.
Right.
And you can also come down here to 120 Moss Script Avenue, North Kingstown, Rhode Island, in the Quonset Point District, and stand in solidarity with your brothers out here and help them fight for social economic justice.
Absolutely.
Are you all still picketing 24 hours a day?
Yes, we're out here 24 hours a day, Monday through Friday. Saturday, we're here half a day, and then we take it down Sunday in observance of a day off for the picketers, so they either can go to church or be with their family, because they have families too.
Absolutely. All right. And I just want to, before we close out this segment, because Autumn and I have somewhere to be. We have a picket to be at. So before we close out this segment, I just want to give the floor to the three of you gentlemen. If you'd like to add anything or say anything to viewers who are watching this, now would be the perfect time.
I would say, oh, go ahead, Robbie.
Oh, sorry, brother. You know, as far as doing shopping, you know, don't purchase any products that are delivered by Johnson Brothers. You know, I know some people have a store that they directly go to all the time, and if they don't feel like they want to boycott that particular store, just don't, you know, buy the products. You know, that's what to actually have the stuff stay on the shelves, not be moved, so this way Johnson Brothers doesn't get any more product out.
Absolutely.
And I also like to put a shout out to anybody who comes down here. They can take a picture with our pig. The corporate pig is up, and she's always inflated and ready to go, and people get a kick out of her. But we got her up, and we encourage everybody to come down and take a picture with us. And just the support in general is always appreciated. These workers, again, are a very solid group, and they are energized when they see other union people here. So come on down. We're waiting.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. And we'll have to share that list of products because I know we have that as well. We'll share the list of products with viewers so they know exactly what products not to be buying in stores as well. All right.
I thank you, Autumn, and I thank you, Erica. And Erica, just for the record, you're always going to be a Teamster at heart.
Absolutely, of course. Thank you. All right.
care.
Thank you, gentlemen, so much for being on Labor Vision. For those of you who are watching, thank you so much for tuning in. If you've missed any of this segment, you can always check it out on our Labor Vision website, which is www.laborvisionri.org. And we hope to see you back here next week or on the picket lines. So thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Labor Vision. We appreciate your input and encourage your comments. Labor Vision can be seen on this channel 3 times each week: Tuesday at 7 p.m., Thursday at 8 p.m., and Saturday at 5 p.m.